Dad said we could. I'm Jim.
I'm Henry.
Dad is finally back to normal. He is back to normal. He's not broken anymore. He's healed up. And we're trying to do stuff in the garage, and as you can see,
It's a clutter. It's a big mess. It's a pain in the rumpus.
Definitely.
We got to do something about this, boys, because I can't work in the garage with this type of clutter.
Part of it is growing pains. We have 3 adult-sized people in here and more equipment.
I got this welder for Christmas. We're going to be adding it to our fleet, which means we're going to have 4 welders. So we're going to need some place to put them.
Each welder is going to have a specific job. Jim's welder is going to be set up to do sheet metal and exhaust work. My bigger welder is going to be set up to do more structural steel frames and that sort of thing. And then we've got
welder is going to be set up for outside use.
Yep, and same thing with the small MIG. We can do sheet metal work with that outside if we have to and run flux core wire.
Okay. And this is the current welding cart. Dad repurposed this out of an old EKG cart, and it's got 2 welders on it.
This is our new welding cart. This is one of the heavier duty Craftsman toolboxes. It has square tubing around the bottom and the side to handle all rough conditions. The drawers are strong, so then we can put all of our small tools, big tools, and in-between tools.
However, we do need to come up with a way to mount this big old tank to the side or to this cart. And the way we're going to do that is with this. This is 3x2 rectangular steel tubing. We're going to be using this to basically make frame rails for that cart. One thing we've learned with this tank is that we have casters behind it or under the tank because it's big and heavy, and every time you try to move it, it wants to seesaw back. So when we're done, we're going to have extended the frame rails, put casters on the end, put this tank in that square there at the end, and then put 2 MIG welders right here on the top. And it's going to be a fantastic, movable welding station.
We know that you can go to your local store and buy one of these finished, done, ready for welding. But we've checked our local stores. We don't really like the options. So we're just going to build one. You can pick up one of these carts online used for like under $100, and then you can get some metal. You can use angle iron for this.
But we're treating ourselves to some new method. We're going to have done this ourselves.
For about $125 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We'll have a mobile welding station that should make the garage more efficient, better organized, and a happier place to be.
Yeah.
What?
We should put in a mini fridge.
It's 40 degrees out here because it's winter. I don't think we need a fridge.
So we've measured up the cart. We need exactly 3 feet of rectangular tubing. So we have enough room to put the tank on and still have it on the actual cart so that it doesn't fold sideways or the pipe punctures through.
Okay. So measure 3 feet from either end.
Sure.
We'll use the end pieces, and the center piece will be left over for something else. All right, it is recording. iPro and EarPro, got it?
iPro. No, you can keep your pro. So, what we're doing now is we're taking the wheels off, we have the cart flipped over. Now we're going to get the measurements so we can put a piece, so we can mount the metal to this. This fits perfect. And then it's going to come out to about here, give or take. And then a piece of angle iron going like this to make sure that when we're moving it, the cart, this doesn't fall off, because that is our main concern.
Yep. And use what's on the cart to keep everything in line and in place, right?
Yep.
We are going to trim the cart on the edges here. That should not affect much. Right in here, we'll just trim that out so the tube can shoot out there. Okay?
Yep.
Jim, what are you doing?
I'm trimming up this a little bit because Henry cut one a little bit too short.
It happens.
So we're just going to cut that a little bit shorter so that they're equal.
Okay. All right, so we're test fitting our metal here. Gonna slide in like that. Check the other side.
Get some welds around the edges.
Good.
Oh, boys, I said we get the weld.
That's going to be plenty. Okay. That's even wide enough that if we want to, we could put 2 tanks on it. So say we need a 75-25 mix, and then for whatever reason we need like a straight argon. Maybe we're welding aluminum or something.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's argon for that, but we can have 2 smaller tanks instead of our 1 giant tank.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Let's get this paint
All right.
off
So
here.
Jim, where you cut right here?
That needs tacked up.
Yeah, it's kind of like glued together here. It's not really
Yeah.
welded, but it's like glued and crimped there.
Yeah, it's okay. We
So-
can just go in there and just go like that.
Yeah, just put a little bead on that, just like you did on the
Okay.
bead on that right there, just like you did on your welding class. Okay.
Can I do that?
I'm gonna let Jim do one, and you can do the other.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. We've got this joint here that needs some strength put back into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch this up, and then we're going to take one of our frame welds, plop it on here, stitch weld it on both sides, and then do the same for the other side. That should be good for those. Alright, what we're doing now is we're welding the frame rail things to the actual
The pre-existing frame rail.
pre-existing frame rail. We notched the lip here on this side, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spot weld. I'm just going to stitch weld in 2 places.
Burn it in.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Welder on. Waiting your turn, Henry. Waiting your turn.
Yeah. It's too small, so I'll put it
Now the flag is cleared off. We've got some beads there. Because it's along the back, there's this lip here, and it makes the angle not ideal. It makes it even more annoying because there's that space in between there. Rivet head got popped out because the metal warped, and it kind of shook. So we welded the tin, or just plate on the bottom, just to the side. So that's back on there. Now Henry has to do his side.
This side should be easier. The front doesn't have that lip.
Yeah.
It's got a straight shot in there.
Give me
Okay.
a minute, give me a minute.
Move to the other end. You need to alternate back and forth, okay? What's this, Jim?
Huh?
What's this?
The manual out of the GMC along with the transfer case. I'm just checking to see if it's actually functioning, and I'm very confused because neutral, as you can see, if I spin this output shaft, spin goes. Yet if I'm in, so that's the way the engine spins. Is in this scenario, let's see, it goes that way. In reverse, the reverse works. 3, it's a bit higher, and then 4, it's even higher. It's lower, and then 1.
So, we got the frame rails welded in place, now we're welding the casters.
Switch sides.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think it looks decent. Hey Jim, can I do your side? So this is what what our cart looks like. We have our frame on, and we have our wheels welded on.
Okay. So now we need a plate for the side there,
That'll go right here.
for the tank to stand on, like a Henry is right now. Okay. Hey.
Alright, so this is almost finished. We got the plate on, and while we were doing the live, we was helping with the plate jam. I also put some hooks on the side, and Dad started loading it up with tools and safety gear. These hooks are actually really strong, but they might just be used for helmets. We're not sure yet. So everything else we have to weld.
Yeah, about the only thing we need now, and this will be something we figure out as we go, is cable management,
Yeah.
and then
We can run some hooks on the back.
yeah, we might just make some hooks and weld them on.
It's really
That might be the easiest thing to do. And then, of course, a handle on this side to steer it, because we're going to repurpose the factory Craftsman handle as the tie-down point for the gas tank.
Yep.
All right, let's load this thing up.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know down in the comments if you've built a welding cart like this. Or we have a Facebook page that said be good. Share some pictures. If you designed a welding cart, share some pictures of the notepad that you drew it on. If you have ideas for cable management, share that to us too, please. We need ideas. Anyway, thank you for watching. Dad said we could. We enjoy making videos, and we're happy that we're back out in the garage with them.
Me too. Glad to be out here with you boys.
Alrighty. Let's go.
It's
So now that this is done, we really wanted to get this out of the way. We're extremely happy that this is done. It's very useful. This is done. My truck is out of the garage, and Dad said that we can get started on my next project. This 1982 Suzuki GS550L. I don't know what the L stands for.